Hello everyone, my name is Peyton Lipscomb, and so you know who the mastermind is behind this video. Here is my face. Today, I'm here to talk to you about the concept of local color in regards to writing. Writers will incorporate life events into their stories, such as births, birthdays, weddings, holidays, and funerals. With the technique of local color, it is used to add rich details and textures to writing, which shares about a place or a culture. It makes the story unique. Maybe instead of a regular cake for a birthday, the tradition is to light the leaves of the strawberry on fire instead of a candle. Or for funerals, for them to be celebrations more than a somber occasion. Local color shapes the setting and can have an impact on the plot. Local color has been around for a while, but in the 19th century, it began to show within American writing. During this time, it focused on rural life, and these specific details brought their stories to life. A great example of this is Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn. In Huck Finn, the character's dialect is what breathes life into the story and makes it a unique snapshot of how America was during this time period, even though the story is fiction. Now, stories have moved away from rural into urban settings. Local color involves looking at manners, dress, food, speech, and ritual. When you incorporate local color into your story, it's important to stress accuracy of detail, direct observations of your character's actions, and to infuse your own personal experience for authenticity. In my own writing, most of my stories take place in the South, so they consistently use y'all, or I focus in on manners such as opening doors for women. This helps make my stories authentic. Stern notes that it is ordinary people and lives that make lively fiction. Writers do not need complex plots. If they incorporate texture, atmosphere, and speech, it will give the story life and meaning. Stern also notes that much of local color does not have a global focus anymore. But where our focus needs to be is to highlight suburban areas. A wonderful example of local color is in the story When Mr. Pirzada Comes to Dinner. The setting is in America within a university setting, but during the time of the Pakistan War. It focuses on her family's growing relationship with Mr. Pirzada over dinners over a span of time. Lila's education at school, Halloween, and eventually the conclusion with the Muslim year. Throughout this timeline, the characters are going through everyday rituals, but it is the author's details which brings the story to life. It is important to note that the message and plot the story centers around is human connection, war's effects on relationships, and also a commentary on how focused America is on American history and not learning about the world and current events. The dinners and holidays and the ritual of going to school all serve as a tool to bring these concepts to life. It is not necessarily the act of eating the candy that is important, but what it symbolizes and tells the reader. I have included here 3 samples from the story. The first shows a great example of adding texture to the story. The descriptions create for the reader images of a family in a busy kitchen and a father observing from the doorway, which also is a cultural signal that where Lila is from, in her family's culture, men do not have a role in the kitchen. The next I selected because it shows the ritual of trick-or-treating, but also she has created an atmosphere of what it is like for Lila in her area. Finally, the last way chosen was because in a subtle way, it captures the rituals, tea and biscuits after dinner, after plates are cleared, and hints towards speech because it notes they are talking about tenure, so their characters would have an academic component to their language, and the various sounds the reader can imagine with Kumar on the cassette and chatter and laughter as they play games. Now that you are aware of local color, it is your turn to choose a life event and tell a unique story utilizing this concept.